The new nobility Lord Rothbury's thoughts, the currency. From the beginning of time, violence has only ever been the real currency, the true wealth of a people. Martial and enforcement violence and that of personal defense being the single actual hard asset of the society and individual. It's in how a society and the individual develop and utilize violence, for what purpose and in what fashion, that the degree of wealth of the society and individual are assessed. This ancient knowledge has been ignored for far too long in the West. By the common man, the fighters and warriors, by the priests, bureaucrats, and princes alike. A thing allowed, made possible, by the warrior caste. Warriors, so focused on wars and conflicts not our own, far away, that we've forgotten our one true duty, our own people, to the inevitable end, that of malevolent violence now rampant everywhere among us, within us, in our streets, communities and homes. The 1% of the population are actual warriors, sworn members of the warrior caste. We've lost our way, been swayed and bought off by foreign wars and conflicts. We've forgotten that true violence is only 1% physical. That prowess of arms is but a fraction of actual war fighting. While we teach wars are fought and won in the hearts and minds of people, we fail to recognize the eternal war waging in the very minds of our own people right here at home. We fail to recognize, accept, and aggressively address the 99% of violence that's not physical, is everywhere, always, in all things. It's not the common people who are to blame. It's not the usurious priests and bureaucrats, nor even the psychopathically criminal and insane who've embedded themselves like cancer into all. They're what they are and ever will be. No, the blame is squarely ours alone, we warriors few. For we threw off our princes, some centuries ago, to be free, only to never be free. As, instead of loyalty and duty to our prince and his people, we sold our swords and souls to merchant princes for personal gain, sold ourselves to the very artificial system, artificial status hierarchy, has so enslaved all, embedding the eternal war into all, for profit. Due to our failures, physical violence is growing once again on our shores, in our civilization, communities, in our streets and homes. Merchant princes and their artificial regime caring nothing for the people, valuing always profits over humanity. Profits which require volatility and conflict, death and destruction. If we're to survive what now inescapably comes, if we're to restore the sanctity of life as primacy once more, restore organic status hierarchies, forcing the artificial back into the role of servant, we must again fully develop ourselves as knights, individually highly knowledgeable and skilled in all forms of warfare, that 1% is physical and the 99% is not. And we must give up this destructively hubristic aversion to princes, while throwing off the shackles of the merchant princes, have bought and paid for us for centuries. If we fail in these, we're not warriors, not knights, not great men and women. We're mere mercenaries, hired thugs, little things that prey upon others, lowly creatures seeking personal profit. Worse still, we'll continue to commit the only sin of the warrior caste, of the knighthood, that of allowing the people, our people, to continue enslaved and ruined. Be a man, a knight, a prince, always. And never forget, noblesse oblige.